backpack.
Tapos
Meron
sige,
niya.
dog food ang kainin mo.
Basta okay si Booker. Alam mo, gagawin ko yun pag wala na talagang choice. Yeah, di ba?
Oo, minsan pinapakain niya ako ng treats si Booker.
Oo.
Choice mo yan, ha?
Pero sabi mo, kainin mo.
Oo, masarap.
Bawal magturo, ah.
Tikman mo. Oo.
Ayan ka na naman, ha?
Bakit? Totoo lang
You
yun.
said you were gonna dress.
Yeah,
to the
asan
nines.
na?
Oo nga,
Bow
hindi.
tie.
No. Dapat magne-necktie na ako today. Sige, Monday.
Baka ayaw na niya kasi ayaw niya isara yung
Hindi
butones.
O hindi, kasha.
I don't,
Pumapayat.
I don't really care anymore.
Ay! Nagtampo. Papadala kita ng paso. Happy weekend again to the ladies of the Big Sorry. To Cess, love your hair. To Sean, love your dress. To Pauline, love you.
Bye na nga.
Yung katabi ko naiinis na. Naiinis na.
Friday na, guys.
Okay. Ako wala akong weekend eh. Pero happy weekend to you girls. Great show as always. Great week. On our show, we've got the latest from the NBA offseason plus updates from the semifinals of the PBA Philippine Cup.
And we've got a Las Filipinas women in the semifinals
Woohoo!
of the VTV Cup.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Chaska Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro. The show by Mamoy leaves. Mr. Moves puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Macunas rejecting Esteban for the win.
The Denver Nuggets trade to acquire Jonas Valanciunas may just be in jeopardy. Well, reports say the Lithuanian big man is considering a move to the EuroLeague on a 3-year, 12 million euro contract with Greek powerhouse Panathinaikos Athens. The reports do point out, though, that discussions between Valanciunas and the Nuggets are still currently ongoing. Denver got Valanciunas from the Sacramento Kings in exchange for Dario Saric. Last season, Valanciunas averaged at least 10 points on 55% shooting to go with close to 8 rebounds as he played for the Washington Wizards and the Sacramento Kings. Now, should he decide to stay in the NBA, Valanciunas is expected to be a valuable backup for Denver superstar Nikola Jokic.
The Los Angeles Lakers continue to try and solidify their front court by bringing back Jackson Hayes. The free agent center has reportedly agreed to a 1-year contract to run it back with the Lake Show. This deal comes just a day after the Purple and Gold acquired former #1 overall pick DeAndre Ayton. Hayes emerged as the Lakers' starting center last season after they traded Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks. In 56 games, Hayes averaged almost 7 points and 5 rebounds. He also shot a career-high 72% from the field. The 25-year-old big man spent the first 4 seasons of his NBA career with the New Orleans Pelicans before transferring to the Lakers in 2023.
Meanwhile, a fan favorite with the Memphis Grizzlies is now going for a roster spot with the Chicago Bulls. Japanese point guard Yuki Kawamura is part of Chi-Town's Summer League lineup. Now, this comes after he spent last season with the Grizz on a 2-way contract. Memphis did not offer Kawamura a qualifying extension, but made him a free agent. At 5'8", Kawamura was the shortest player in the league, but he won the hearts of many with his infectious energy and crafty playmaking. Kawamura was also known for his friendship with Ja Morant. Of course, Ja himself reacted to Kawamura's departure on social media, saying, quote, "Yuki, X12, don't die." The number 12 refers to Ja's jersey number.
Gilas forward and 2-time UAAP Most Valuable Player Kevin Cambao has started training in Sacramento, California in pursuit of his NBA dream. Several clips reposted by Cambao on social media show him in some sort of a scrimmage with other guys in Sacktown. KQ had earlier revealed his plans to personally work out in America with hopes of playing in the NBA Summer League. Cambao arrived in the U.S. yesterday The former De La Salle star is coming off a solid rookie campaign in the Korean Basketball League. He put up close to 17 points, 6 rebounds, almost 4 assists, and over a steal through 23 games for the Goyang Sono Sky Gunners. Kiambao is under contract with the Sky Gunners until 2027. He is also part of the national team pool for the FIBA Asia Cup next month in Saudi Arabia.
In other news, Filipino boxing icon Manny Pacquiao is just 16 days away from his much-anticipated comeback fight. The 46-year-old Pacman is set to face 30-year-old Mexican-American champion Magno Barrios on July 20 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Barrios' WBC World Welterweight title is at stake. Despite Pacquiao's intense preparations, he still found time to mingle with his fans, sign autographs, and tell stories from his humble beginnings. Manny even treated spectators to a solo number of an OPM classic while playing an acoustic guitar.
Naaliw sa puso at bilang ang kasama. Mas okay pang laging ganito'y naninimulan ka. Hindi ko malaman sa'yo kung ano ang drama mo. Bakit lagi mo na lang sinasaktan ang puso mo.
Ganda. Pacquiao versus Barrios is available live and commercial-free via Signal pay-per-view, satellite pay-per-view, and Pilipinas Live for only 499 pesos. You can also watch the same day airing on One Sports on RPTV and on One Sports Plus. That will be at 10 a.m. and on TV5 at 2:15 p.m.
From one source of national pride to another, Alex Ayala's Wimbledon run has officially come to a close. She and partner Eva Lise bowed out in the first round of the ladies' doubles after losing to the seasoned pair of Quinn Gleason and Ingrid Martins 4-6, 2-6. Ayala and Lise started strong in both sets, taking the opening games, but they couldn't sustain their momentum. The American-Brazilian duo quickly took control, winning in just an hour and 24 minutes. Earlier in the tournament, Ayala made history as the first Filipina in the Open era to compete in Wimbledon's main draw. Her short stint included a memorable center court appearance against defending women's singles champion Barbora Krejcikova. Coming up, action continues in the semifinals of the PBA Philippine Cup. Will TNT and San Miguel sustain their momentum, or will Rain or Shine and Ginebra bounce back? We've got updates after the break. Play-by-play will be right back here on One News.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play-by-Play only on One News. Alas, Pilipinas women come up short in the semifinals of the 2025 VTV Cup. The women's national volleyball team put up a valiant effort against defending champion Korabelka of Russia, but the Philippines ultimately lost in 4 sets, 16-25, 27-25, 17-25, and 22-25. The highlight for the Filipinas came in the second set when Alea Malaluan, her clutch attack sealed a 27-25 win to even the match at 1 set apiece. But the Russians quickly regrouped, relying on their height and experience to dominate the third frame. In the fourth set, a close 8-9 deficit for Alas turned into a 9-15 hole after a devastating 6-0 run by Korabelka. Still, the Filipinas kept fighting, mounting a 6-1 counter run, capped by an Ami Provido dump to trim the gap to just a single point, 14-15. The Russians then regained control, pulling away just enough to close out the match and then advance eventually to the finals. Alas women will look to end their campaign on a high note when they face either host Vietnam or Chinese Taipei in the battle for third.
Meanwhile, the work continues for Mark Espejo and Alas Pilipinas men as they gear up for the Southeast Asian Volleyball League next week. Alas men are coming off a 10th place finish in the 2025 AVC Men's Volleyball Nations Cup. The national men's volleyball team will face regional rivals Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, and Cambodia in the Southeast Asian V-League. The tournament will take place in Candon, Ilocos Sur from July 9 to 13. All of this is part of Alas Men's preparations for the 2025 FIVB Men's Volleyball World Championship. Here's what team captain Mark Espejo had to say on their upcoming Southeast Asian V-League campaign.
So far naman po, yun, balik sa training po ulit dito sa Philippines and nag-prepare nga po sa darating na ACV League sa Candon. Pero yun, di pa rin po kami tumitigil sa training. Kung ano po yung plano, tuloy-tuloy lang po. Actually, first time po maglalaro ng malayo sa Manila. At excited po kami na mga ibang volleyball fans at ibang Filipino po na malayo sa Manila makakaroon po ng chance para makanood po ng games. And excited din po kami na ma-experience and ma-feel po yung support ng mga fans outside ng Metro po. Actually, super important po siya and at the same time po parang para ma-promote na rin po yung men's volleyball po sa Philippines. At I hope po na sa darating na game po namin sa Candon ay supportahan po at maraming pumunta at manood ng game po. Siyempre, yung pressure naman po lagi po nandyan.
The Philippines is gearing up for an innovative, fan-driven experience come the 2025 FIVB Men's Volleyball World Championship. FIVB President Fabio Azevedo shared a glimpse of what volleyball fans can expect when the world's best players converge in Manila this September. One major highlight, a fan zone concept inspired by the Olympic Games Paris 2024. Azevedo is currently on a 2-day visit to the country. He lauded the Philippines hosting capabilities from its passionate fan base to the strong leadership of the PNVF. He also noted that the FIVB is looking to leverage the country's vibrant online culture to grow the sport even further. The 2025 FIVB Men's Volleyball World Championship will be held from September 12 until 28.
The innovation of this year is applying the same concept that we applied in Paris Olympic Games 2024, which was we had in both beach volleyball and volleyball during the games, we had an opportunity mainly for kids, but for everyone, even elders, to come and experience the sport. So you're gonna see surround the stadium opportunities for kids to come and play. And we're gonna bring also some ambassadors, worldwide ambassadors, to come and play together with the kids. So basically, I'm just repeating myself, the innovation is making the sport more accessible. The innovation is to improve the content production and distribution. The innovation is to make our stars, our athletes, even more relevant in the world. And that's why we're investing massively in the content, in digital content production as well. One thing that I can add to that as well is that we have been investing massively in technology, and mainly technology to guarantee the fairness of the game, the integrity of the game.
On to some more basketball news. Gilas Pilipinas women suffer another blowout defeat at the William Jones Cup in Taiwan. This time, the national women's basketball team bowed to South Korea 80-58. Gilas women had no answers as the reigning Asian Games bronze medalists raced to a double-digit lead in the first quarter and never looked back. Isem Choi had 23 points to lead the South Koreans. Jack Animam put up 14 markers and 13 rebounds in a losing cause for the Philippines. Gilas women now have a 1-2 win-loss record in the tournament, while Korea improves to 2-1. Gilas women will next play Japan tomorrow.
Meanwhile, here at home, the rain or shine Lasso Painters live to fight another day in the PBA Philippine Cup semifinals. ROS blowing out a TNT Tropang 5G in Game 5, 113-97. It was a duel of sorts for Calvin Oftana and Gian Mamuyak as they traded baskets throughout the first half. At the break, Oftana already had 21 points, while Mamu scattered 20 of his team-high 22 markers. Come the third period, ROS capitalized on TNT's lousy play. The Painters' lead then swelled from just 4 at halftime to as many as 29 in the third. The Tropang 5G tried to mount one last comeback behind Simon and Ciso, but the gap was too big to overcome. Rain or Shine's pesky play forced 19 turnovers from TNT, 10 of those off steals. The Painters also made a living at the line, hitting 30 out of 37 free throws compared to just 11 tries for the Tropang 5G. TNT is still ahead in this series, 3-2. Game 6 will be on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. at the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. But the already depleted Tropang 5G will have to play without head coach Chot Reyes. He got suspended one game after incurring 5 technical fouls this conference.
We survive another day, so may laro kami ng Sunday. No? This is the closest we've been to the finals. No? So we look at it as a really positive development for us. No? At last, nakadalawang panalo kami sa semis. But of course, Coach Chot was not coaching, and he'll be coaching in the next game. And then, well, both teams were able to preserve their players, no, for the next game. No? But yung third quarter, malaking bagay sa amin. I think it was really the defense that we were able to play, because first half, we found no way to contain si Calvin. In the first half, talagang maganda yung shooting niya, maganda offense niya. We were just waiting for him to get tired a little bit. Maybe that's the time we were able to break away dun sa third quarter. Also sustained our pace. No? We're able to sustain our pace. So we're happy that we're able to play at our pace and still be able to preserve the win convincingly. Marami silang kulang, madaming firepower ang wala sa kanila. No? They've lost Pogoy, but I don't know, maybe they're just buying time for Pogoy, so we expect him to play in the next game. Then every time we play, we just compete. We just run what we do in practice, and if our game holds up, we win. Kung di naman, we're happy to accept the result as long as we give it our best.
Meantime, Game 5 between the San Miguel Beermen and Barangay Ginebra San Miguel is currently ongoing. After struggling to find their shot in Game 4, the Gin Kings came out guns blazing, powered by RJ Abarientos and Stephen Holt. Ginebra then led by as many as 13 points after Mav Ahanmisi's 5 straight markers early in the second. SMB chipped away at the deficit behind the efforts of CJ Perez and Marcel Lassiter. The Beermen eventually went on to retake the lead at 44-41 after Wami Chongson's triple. At the half, it's San Miguel up 49-44. The second half is currently ongoing. The winner of the pivotal Game 5 will look to close out the series on Sunday, still at the Big Dome. Coming up, big match for the Filipinas tomorrow. We tell you more about the team's upcoming battle against Hong Kong when play-by-play returns right here on One News. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. The PVL on tour resumes over the weekend as it heads to the United Center in Montalban, Rizal. Kicking the weekend off will be the Cherry Tigo Crossovers as they make their on-tour debut against the Capital One Solar Spikers at 4 p.m. Then, the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells will also play their first game on tour against the Akari Chargers at 6:30 p.m. On Sunday, the Chargers go up against the Crossovers at 4 p.m. And lastly, the Thunderbells clash with the Solar Spikers to wrap up the Montalban leg at 6:30 p.m. You can catch all the games live on One Sports Plus, and on the Pilipinas Live app. The local golf scene is getting a major boost with the unveiling of the Pilipinas College Golf Series 2025. This marks the first and only collegiate golf league in the country. With the sport's rising popularity, the PCG Series aims to provide a platform for young golfers beyond junior level. The men's and ladies teams from top universities, including UP, LaSalle, UST, Ateneo, CSB, Mapua, and Lyceum, have been invited to participate in this year's events. Organizers say their mission is to foster the collegiate golf scene, promote access to quality education through sports, and change the way golf is perceived in the Philippines. PCG events will be covered by Signal TV, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live.
Okay, here's some good news to end the work week. Bago tayo pumunta sa weekend, usually kasi it's either lahat ng highlights natin coming from one game, dun sa TNT ROS semis matchup or dun sa Ginebra San Miguel semis matchup. Ito yung good news ngayon. We have both. Parehong laro. Alam ko ongoing pala ngayon yung Ginebra San Miguel. Let's start with them and then mamaya yung TNT ROS yung papasadaan natin. Let's start with the sister teams against each other. Ginebra and San Miguel tied 2-all. That pass by Malonzo, tap, goes to SMB. Okay, goes the other way. Lassiter outside to Perez for that 3 defense offense for the Beermen there. Crucial game here. As we all know, who gets game 5 will get the lead and like a virtual best of 3. It all started with that defense there that ended with CJ Perez knocking down the 3. Late closeout from Jamie Malonzo. Okay, on to the next side. Next play. Ginebra naman. Scotty out to Holt. Cross pass to to Malonzo. Jamie got someone up in the air but misses that badly. Ooh, hustle play from Ginebra. Usually it's Scotty on that rebounding end, but this time he's on the receiving end of that pass from RJ. Take a look, hanging in midair, baiting Chris Ross, down to Scotty for the dime, up and in, the guard combo. Malonzo, that JB3, wala, makukuha ni Ross, nope, ends up with RJ, dump to Scotty. Jen Kingston, Beerman battling for the upper hand here. As we can see, series is tied 2-all. Whoever wins will get 1-game lead, 3-2 heading into game 6. Second half is currently ongoing. And as I said, we'll pass by the Rain or Shine TNT. That was the first game today at the Big Dome. Okay, let's roll the next play right away. Here it is. Mamu attacks, blocked there by Ganuelas Rosser, leads to, oh, look at that play. Heads up from Jonard Calarito. Medyo nagja-jump lang yung play natin, pero babalikan natin yan. Let's take a look again at what happened from one side to another. It started there with Mamu driving, blocked by Brandon Ganuelas Rosser. That leads to the break. Aurin gets blocked by Clarito and gets hit on the head. I don't know what is worse. Get hit on the head, get blocked. Actually, the coaching staff of TNT questioning why hindi natawagan ng technical dun si Clarito kasi talagang makikita natin, block, kuha ni Clarito sa ulo talaga. Aroy ko po. He also had 19 points, by the way, 7 rebounds, 5 assists for ROS. That's Jonard Clarito. Okay, defense, offense now for the Painters. Tap by Mamuyak, tinulak pa ni Heading eh. Then Mamu, serving against Oftana. Jumper, no! Dishing at the last second, good play. Heads up from the former team captain of the Blue Eagles, Gian Mamuyak. Mamu getting the steal there. And then, whoop! Nahanap si Mike Malonzo sa loob. Good pass inside to Malonzo. Good find. That's one of Mamu's 3 steals, by the way. One of his 3 assists as well. Mike Malonzo finishing with 8 points in this one and 5 rebounds. More ROS. They're down in this series 3-1, but already up here by huge margin. Look at that play. Clarito on the post, seeing an open sniper. Another former Blue Eagle in Anton Asistio. And then Clarito launches that there as well. Di kasama sa highlights yan, nahabol lang. Pero yung talagang highlight is this one, this play right here. That pass from Clarito to Asistio for 4. And he had 7 points all from beyond the arc. Also had 3 assists. Rain or Shine wins Game 5 and stays alive in this series. 113-97 is the final score. Game 6 will be this Sunday still at the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Sila naman, yung second game at 7:30 p.m. Check.
Before we go, we want to wish the best of luck to the Philippine women's national football team as they go for a spot in the 2026 AFC Women's Asian Cup tomorrow. The Filipinas will face Hong Kong to wrap up their campaign in the qualifiers. The match will take place at 5 p.m. Philippine time at the Olympic Stadium in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Hong Kong is coming off a 1-0 win over Saudi Arabia last Wednesday, but the Filipinas have been on a roll with their own victory over Saudi Arabia as well as a 6-0 thrashing of host Cambodia. The Philippines is currently at the top of the group with its perfect 2-0 record. The Filipinas will need at least a draw against Hong Kong to seal their spot in the main Asian Cup.
Good luck to the Filipinas.
Doing
Best of
really
luck.
well.
Yes, yes, super galing. I'm sure you're like a proud mama over there. Proud of the young Filipino
Ate.
booters. Ate. Hindi pa tita.
Taka lang, wait lang.
Relax.
We'll get there.
That's all from us tonight and the whole week. Thank you for joining us, but you can catch us again on Monday at 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We're also available on Signal Play and Filipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Liton Carlao. Thank you for watching. Happy weekend, everyone. Good night.